I have the privilege of serving as the chairman of the Subcommittee for Native American Affairs for the Bishops' Conference, and I've been very blessed to dig deeper into the issues involving our Native American brothers and sisters in the Catholic community. In my own diocese, I'm very fortunate to have a substantial Catholic Native American population, so it really has been a wonderful opportunity for me to learn more from them. Something that I've observed and experienced firsthand is just the deep devotion that our Catholic brothers and sisters have in the Native community. Many of these people grew up with the faith. Their parents, grandparents, great-grandparents handed on the faith to them, and they're very determined to hang on to that gift of faith and pass it on to others and to live it very, very openly in their communities. The family bonds that they have are so important to them and so exemplary for the rest of us. You know, in our time when family is under siege in many ways, our brothers and sisters in the Native community really show us how to hold together members of the family, not just immediate, but extended family too. Their relationships are very important to them. And, you know, in a time when people struggle with isolation and loneliness, they are real models of reaching out and extending compassion and care to others. They have a real sense of the dignity and value of the people in their lives. And so it's very impressive, and it's really an example that we all can learn from. Our brothers and sisters in the Catholic community, especially Native Catholic community, have a real profound sense of God in their lives, in the world around them, and creation. They really resist this effort of our culture and our society to marginalize and isolate faith. And I think that they live faith very actively in so many different ways. And again, we can just learn from their example. I am inspired by some of the great witnesses among the Native Catholics of our country, of our history. Just a few of those I think are well known, others not so much. Saint Kateri Tekakwitha, a young woman who was a convert to the faith, and she shared that faith quietly with others. At one point in her life, she made a very arduous journey through the wilderness to join family and other Catholic members of the community so that she could live her faith more openly. She was canonized and really is a great sign of hope and faith for our Native American Catholics in the United States. Nicholas Black Elk is a man from the Oglala Lakota Nation whose cause has been introduced for canonization. He was a respected and a prominent member of his Native community. He became Catholic, and so deeply did he enter into his Catholic faith that he became a catechist and actively shared that gift of faith with many others in his own community. And we pray that his cause will advance and that he too will be enrolled with the saints as a real model of holiness, especially for Native American Catholics, but really for all of us. And then there's the story of the martyrs of Georgia and La Florida, many of whom were Native Americans. You know, in the colonial period of our history, these people suffered for the faith, and they held on to the faith even at the price of losing their lives. Some of them explicitly suffered because of their love for the Eucharist. So there's just something so very, very inspiring by the sacrifice they were able to make, willing to make, and by the witness that they continue to give, not just to Native Americans, but really to all of us. So we're so blessed by the faith, by the great sense of community and family, and by the witness of holiness that exists so vibrantly in the Catholic Native American community in our country.